Okay, so gratitude is a very important thing, right? So a lot of time, depending on the new Muslim, some of them may be very stressed for different reasons, and that situation could have actually brought them closer to Allah and the purpose of life. But now, if they're feeling overwhelmed, obviously we're talking about a basic level support, right? If it's something really complex in which they need a help for a therapist or a doctor, we definitely want to recommend them and signpost them or suggest them to go to a doctor or a therapist. And it does not have to be a Muslim, right? That's another thing to be careful about, especially in the West. They can go to a non-Muslim therapist as well, especially if they need it, right? So now this is the basic dosage, the basic things, which does not include involve a complexity. So I recommend them. Look, brother would come and say, okay, hey, that's fine. We understand. I can only imagine how hard it must be for you. Let's try to do these things to feel better. Let's do some deep breathing, right? So obviously when you deep breathe, it helps you with your blood flow and different things like that. So it's important to start with that. And then, help them think about like what's going well in their life. Okay. Step by step, just take a look at your surrounding, just the blessings of you being able to see, just imagine if you were not able to see, how would life be? You being able to hear, if you're not able to hear, how would life be? You being able to take a step if you choose to, you being able to move your hand and pick something up, right? These are not trivial things. Just try to imagine, right? You having clothes, you having food, you having shelter, you not being afraid of the security of yourself and your family members. Just really imagine the good things that are going really well for you, and there are millions and millions of people who are struggling with these basic things. Okay. Reflecting on past successes, right? How far have you come, right? If you have achieved some skill, or even the basic thing of like accepting Islam, right? That's a huge gift. Imagine you dying without Islam. Okay. And then hoping that your future would be brighter than your today. So, regardless of what has happened, let's say if there has been a divorce or a breakup, don't think that was the end of it. You will definitely find a better person. If they have lost a loved one, imagine the new relationships and the new family Allah will give them, and so on and so forth, right? So this is a very important thing to practice and have that sort of discussion with them to help them with gratitude. Now, another thing which is sort of related, so the gratitude, it would come in if, especially if the person is getting really overwhelmed, So help them go through the gratitude exercise. Next time, say, hey, you know what? Remember we did this gratitude exercise? Why don't you do it now? Right? Let them initiate it. Let's see how much they can remember. And obviously, you can add in the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ, that if you are thankful, if you're grateful, Allah will surely increase you, right? And that is, gratitude from your heart, you realizing the benefits, the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as your tongue, you saying it from your tongue, and then you using what Allah has given you in ways that Allah is pleased with. Now, here's something also to keep in mind. A lot of, and again, all these things you would have to use the dial, the balance, depending on the person that you're dealing with. Okay, so I have many new Muslims who would be like, they would just go to the guilt of, oh, I'm a hypocrite, I don't pray, I'm not good for anything, or I have a girlfriend, or I drank, So they will say those things, but this is not beneficial. This is not motivating them to do more good deeds. What they are doing is they're like, what, there's no hope for me. I might as well just give up. So we want to change that into, well, look, if you did something bad, now do something good to make up for it. Okay. Or another way of looking at it is try to collect as much good deeds as possible. Celebrate your small wins. So instead of focusing on the 4 prayers that you have missed, focus on the one that you get, right? And see, can you add one more? So instead of, just having 1 prayer, can you have 2 prayers a day, 3 prayers a day, right? So if you did something wrong, can I do more good deeds? Can I do some charity? Can I do some dua? Dua is so easy. You could be just sitting and making dua. You could be just making wudu, right? That has rewards. You could be just doing istighfar or reading Quran or helping someone. So try to do as much good deeds as possible, right? Same thing goes with the body concept, right? If you ate unhealthy stuff, well, now go on a walk. If gym is hard, just go on a regular stroll, a regular walk. Or just do a few sit-ups, a few push-ups, what have you. So this is very important to keep in mind so that we can have a forward progress. Okay, next we want to talk about the atomic habits.